to see yourself as a student in your teachers, in the what you're studying, and the ideas and perspectives that people bring to the classroom and to the school as a whole.
You know, and I think to that point, I appreciate that that acknowledgement, Dr. Hill and Scott. I think, but what could happen is while you're doing that, I think other things can. How are you thinking about bringing in diverse members to do professional development? How are you bringing in diverse curriculum authors of color to help infuse while you're trying to do that, so that it's not just sitting idle, but there are other entry points that can be begin being implemented to offset the staffing issue.
That's an excellent point. And I think, I think we have ways of doing that, ways that we've done that in pockets. And I think it's important for us to grow that and scale that across the district. Example, I know there's some elementary schools that have Game Changers program where we have our high school students, seniors and juniors, that come down and mentor our young Black males and lower elementary level, which is a phenomenal way to, I think, supplement when you don't have enough diversity at the staff level. But that's only in one pocket. And I think it's important for us to figure out how we scale that and grow that in multiple different ways.
Good point.
And so the next topic is all about what opportunities do we see that exist in developing strong partnerships with local community agencies like the police and like local businesses, and what does that look like in our journey? And Kwame, we were talking on the phone a couple of weeks ago, and this is one of the first things you brought up, and I was hoping that you could maybe just elaborate on this question and dig a little bit deeper before Dr. Hill addresses it.
Absolutely. I think my emphasis around this was particularly around the police department. And that's, if the police can be introduced into the school community in ways that talk more about their the second half of their mission, which is to serve. So when we think about the protect and serve, it's usually the protect part that comes into question in terms of police brutality, because it becomes an interpretive moment. But the serve part, the ability for the police to be introduced to schools in ways in which they can, over time, develop relationships with the same young people that they may have interactions with in the community, I think dramatically improves what situations can occur in a traffic stop or some exchange in which the police have to be called to address them. And so I think just being proactive with how the police are introduced and can be brought into the schools, I think, are important. And the same thing with any vendors that are that regularly interact with the schools. How are they connected to the schools in ways that they can build relationships and understand the students that they're supporting or should be supporting in better ways. So that was really the crux of why I brought that up.
Dr. Hill, your thoughts, comments?
Yeah, I agree with what Mr. Simmons said. One of the advantages we have to start with is we have a real good working relationship right now with the West Bloomfield Police Department, with Keego Harbor Police Department, and with Orchard Lake Police Departments. And I think we can leverage those positive relationships that we have and bring them to the table to have deeper discussions about how we can accomplish stronger partnerships, particularly as it's related to working with students and having students see the police in a different light and vice versa. Also in the business community, we have a real good working relationship with local businesses. We have partnerships with the Chamber of Commerce. We could also engage that group either through the Chamber of Commerce and or the Optimist clubs and Rotary clubs in the area to